Shield semifinals, Sacramento State Hornets in the green, going from right to left across your screen. They're going to be kicking off to University of California, Davis's second side. Kicking off for Sacramento State is going to be their captain, Malachi Coughlin. Places the ball in favorable territory, and Sacramento coming away with possession. Quick on the start here and quick with the try, showing off some speed. The Hornets dotting it down over the line. A solid start for Coach Steve Seifert's side. The Hornets challenging with a physical side, led again by number 6, Malachi Coughlin. We'll keep an eye on speedster Marquise Thomas in the number 11 jersey, and we've seen him link up several times with Travion Darden in the number 12 and DeMar McKenzie in the number 13. A lot of work done in the middle of the field. Look out for the big man, number 4, Miles Brown, one of a few veteran players on this Hornets team. The Aggies digging deep. Again, 2 teams entered into the tournament. Several players fairly new to the sport on this second team, led by senior captain Danny Keep. And here we go, Coughlin again in the number 6 jersey. A beautiful kickoff, buys himself some hang time. Nick Allen attempts to field it, knocked on in contact, advantage shown to the Hornets. And the Hornets again racing their way downfield, swarming this Aggies defense. Coughlin, look at this continuity play. The offloads are spot on. And again, over for the try. This time Marcos Romero in the number 7 jersey, fellow captain of the team. And the Hornets striking early and striking often, putting the sting on this Aggies 2 team. So 2 tries in the span of about 90 seconds worth of play. If I'm Coughlin, I'm going to stick with what works. Targeting that far sideline, putting the ball in air and giving my team a chance to get under and get around it. And again, with the setup and the plant, the hips are turned, and there he goes. Targeting Nick Allen again. The ball takes a bounce towards the Hornets side, recovered by their number 8, but pushed into touch. This is going to give the Aggies possession in the form of line out. Realigning, Sacramento State setting their line flat in defense. The Aggies steep and wide. We see the throw. Marco Longo gets it up and in, but not straight. And with a scrum to the Hornets. Sacramento State participated in a warm-up event 2 weeks ago at Cal Poly, the first leg of this West Coast 7 series. They played in the consolation final of the development bracket there, getting some valuable minutes and quality reps. The continuity showing in this first half of action in the Shield semifinal. And again, on the run, the Hornets with the go forward. We offload just barely forward. Marquise Thomas, the intended target. The Aggies defense able to get wide and slide, and they force the misconnection there. Scrum to Davis. This is going to be Marco Longo with the ball in hand. And we've seen Coughlin in that number 6 jersey for Sacramento State play some furious defense, giving his buddy a little love tap. Marco Longo taps on the top of the scrum. The ball is out, and Sacramento State with the steal, and look at that, Spider-Man hands from Coughlin, but the ball knocked forward, scrum to Davis. So we'll get a replay just a few meters in, maybe a meter forward. And Marco Longo again. You can't drive until the ball is in. If I'm Davis, I'm looking at working on my timing. That timing worked out a bit better, but the defensive pressure from Coughlin, the ball coughed up into the air, knock on, advantage given to Davis. Allen gets the pass from the ground. However, advantage being played, we're going to bring back. Looks like a potential conversation about high contact and collision made. We see our referee indicating the contact at the collarbone. We're aiming for peck level or lower on any of the tackles. And in the game of sevens, to get the people to ground quickly, looking at instigating contact with the shoulder at the bottom of the shorts. Providing a better platform then for that tackler to get back to their feet, looking for a jackal or a turnover, trying to poach or steal the ball, getting their chest over it and scooping. And this time the penalty awarded to the Hornets. So Sacramento State on the quick tap, Marcus Romero. And another strike line, another try, Kenneth Kimbrell, in just his second competition in the game of sevens. A powerful runner, multiple tries in this opening half of play. Sacramento State leading 15-0 with 90 seconds left to go. Sacramento State powerful in the scrums and powerful on that defensive pressure and generating opportunities in the Davis half of the field all game long. You see Coughlin again. 4 Hornets to his right. And again, looking at the set of this drop kick. Targeting that same spot. This time goes a little bit deeper downfield. Aggies, clean ball in hand. The ball is out, indicates our referee play on. However, now the penalty awarded to the Hornets. The quick tap taken. This is the captain, Malachi Coughlin. The Aggies with the tackle in defense. Sacramento State able to keep the ball alive, but now the offload pass not quite finding its intended target and thrown forward. A scrum to UC Davis inside of 15 seconds left to play. So Davis looking to exit from inside of their 22. They have been on the back foot this entire first half. Just looking for someone to be a game breaker. Davis wins a scrum. Marco Longo finds his runner, taking it straight back into support. His forward swivel back from the scrum. The penalty awarded to Davis. Sacramento State not rolling away. Davis with a quick tap. Marco Longo makes some meters going forward, gets the offload to Nick Allen. The ball bounces out from the tackle, and now Sacramento State with the turnover again. Sacramento State. And another try. Kenneth Kimbrell just can't be stopped. 3 tries for Kimbrell, again, in just his second sevens competition, his first being 2 weeks ago at Cal Poly. Making the most out of every touch with the ball in hand. Sacramento State taking a 22-0 lead at the end of the first half. The Hornets looking to book their spot into the Shield final. Steve Seifert has to be impressed with his team's effort, the adjustments that they've made in this semifinal match, and we will be back with the second half in just a moment. So back for the second half of action. UC Davis 2 against Sacramento State in this Shield semifinal. It's been all Sacramento State throughout the first half, playing inside of the Davis 22. The kickoffs off the boot of Malachi Coughlin, putting the Hornets into contention. And we've been seeing Kenneth Kimbrell go over the line over and over again for this Hornets team. In just his second tournament of 7's. This is a team that will be building into the West Coast 7's, or the Pac West 7's championships next weekend at Stanford University at the D1AA level. Our kickoff straight to touch. This is going to give the Hornets a free kick at midfield. And this is a team that has executed all match long anytime they've had the opportunity with ball in hand. We see the quick tack taken by Coughlin. Marcos Ramos, and here we go, Marquise Thomas. Trying to take two on the sideline, trying to dance and keep his feet inside, but tackled to touch. So the powerful defense here from Davis 2 prevents the line break. And we're gonna have a line out to the Aggies. Marco Longo with the throw. Sacramento State looking for a single lift. Non-traditionally, looks like a lift from the front. The ball bobbled in the air. The Hornets coming away with possession. Coughlin looking towards the near sideline. Coughlin gets the offload out to Darden, the number 12 jersey. Tackle just shy of the try line. Coughlin attempting the spin move. The Aggies are there, swarming in defense against the Hornets. And the try is scored. So Coughlin gets his first try of the match, fighting his way. A furious solo effort out of the captain out of Lincoln High. Aspires to play some rugby in Major League Rugby or for USA. He's been showing off a high rugby IQ all tournament long and just looking to string the pieces together for this Hornets team. It has come together well in this match. Sacramento State currently leading by a mark of 27-0, and there it remains. The conversion kick has the height but doesn't quite have the distance. The Hornets going to realign for yet another kickoff. We saw all first half Coughlin wisely targeting just about 13 to 15 meters downfield. We expect him to kick towards this near side line. And realigning his teammates, 4 to this near side, 2 to the far. The Aggies corral the ball. Sacramento State fighting their way, looking for the steal, but diving over. Can't leave the feet. Marco Longo with the quick tap for Davis. This is number 7 for the Aggies again. He's been a strong ball carrier. We just saw him moments before. He's got to release. You see the dominant ruck from the Aggies forward. Marco Longo trying to break free. And Darden with the tackle to touch for Sacramento State. State with a quick line out, moving the ball across the field. Alejandro Fisher looking for Marquise Thomas, and here we go. Finally able to see Thomas's speed on display. Fleet of foot. He just needed him some space to work with. And the try dotted down. Marquise Thomas out of Richmond, 6'3", 187 with a basketball track, PT background, calls himself a gym rat, and with speed like that, we can see why, working those hip flexors and that quick turnover. Sacramento State extending their lead. The conversion kick off the boot of Coughlin is good, and we'd expect him to target the same area again on this next kickoff. If it's not broken, don't fix it. And we look again here at the replay. So Marquise Thomas does some dancing, evades all of the Aggies defenders on the left side of the field, and then striding out. And now Sacramento State adding some tries from depth, going a little bit further downfield. It was all inside of the 22 earlier. An uncharacteristic missed kick from Coughlin. This is going to give the short arm free kick to Davis. Marco Longo in the number 11 jersey, setting up the penalty play. Goes to the near side, reversing. Now looking to the left side of the field. Look at these set piece restarts. Tackle made by Travion Darden. Kenneth Kimbrell in support. Kimbrell starts the counter, exits out. Marco Longo now. Marco Longo cutting up the middle of the field, ball in hand. And look at that, switching sides as well, aware of where his defense is. Marco Longo, a little bit of spark for the Aggies too. Davis keeping the ball alive. And again, their number 7 trying to dance his way down the sideline, tackled to touch. Sacramento State saves the try, and they've got the line out about 15 meters from their old goal line. This is the deepest they've been under defensive pressure all game long. We see Coughlin, ball in hand. State set, 3 men in the line out. Davis, 3 as well. We see the quick turn. So Travion Darden with a cheeky little play. Coughlin guiding his troops on the field. The Hornets on attack again. And look at this, Alejandro Fisher. Alejandro Fisher breaks the line. He has Marquise Thomas outside of him as a threat, but Alejandro Fisher going the distance. And look at this chase now. Aggies, this number 3, turned on the speed, but a little bit too late, and it is Alejandro Fisher showing off some flash. Long distance for the Hornets, and adding to the lead inside of the final minute of play here in this Shield semifinal. Sacramento State did it from all of inside the Davis 22 in the first half. The second half has been a different story as they've really been able to stride it out. So again, building on the tools that they need for next weekend's qualifier, quality minutes and quality reps for the Hornets team. Steve Seifert elevating with each game and finding his winning combination of players on the field. So we look again, Alejandro Fisher powering through, splits the number 2 and number 3 for the Aggies, and just striding it out. He does not let up. Solid pace as he goes the distance. We're back for one final kickoff inside of 10 seconds to play. Coughlin with a beauty towards the middle of the field. So the whistle is blown as we get to zeros on the clock. We have another quick conference with our referees and assistants. Davis set up for a penalty play. Marco Longo has been over the ball. Is their main man in the middle all game long. So the penalty to the Aggies, Marco Longo, final play. Davis. Move the ball. Here towards the outside, this has been that number 7. And this time he's stopped before he can start. Kenneth Kimbrell, what a presence. We'll keep an eye on him as the season evolves. Nick Allen. And Davis towards the outside. Davis with the carry, setting the platform for the ruck, establishing the offside line. Marco Longo back. Davis with numbers towards the near sideline, but can't quite corral the pass, knocked forward, and that is the game. Sacramento State holds on 41-0 over Davis 2. So this will now set up a Sac State Davis 1 Shield final. Coming around next, we're going to see our bowl semifinals. University of California, San